Welcome back. It's another makeup look, but it's with voiceover. Yeah, it's the first time in a long time, but yeah, so let's get right into it before I make a stupid. Oh, yeah, there it is. So starting off with this face cream, it's amazing. Pixie Sisters did recommend it, and I love it. It's brilliant. I have gone back to an old faithful, which is the Fix Plus spray. Just does well. And I'm going to start off by using a MAC Studio Sculpt concealer in NC20, I think. But it's one just to prime my eyebrows so that I can prepare my eyeshadow next. And obviously you're just going to blend it out as it would do. Why not? So this is the main focus of the actual video, which is the Smashbox Full Exposure. I absolutely love this. I was the last person out of my class, if anything, to get it, but it is incredible. The actual pigmentation, the actual product is incredible. It applies on really well, it stays on really well, and it blends beautifully. It's definitely one that I would recommend and I would use thoroughly. If anything, it is a great wedding palette, and it's one that I would definitely use in the future if that is the case. But what I've done is just applied a slash glitter slash matte kind of look, but it's playing around with colours just to give that kind of slight smoky eye ready for the autumn look. And I'm using the actual brush that comes with the palette, which is damn good, so I definitely recommend getting the palette. I think it's £38 in Boots, so I think you get your free mascara with it, crack on, get your points basically. But it is an awesome little palette, and this is why I wanted to focus on this one today, purely just for the makeup look, just so you guys can also be recommended to get it too as well. So blending all that out, and what I'm going to do next is use my notorious eyeliner. Yeah, this happened. So I recorded it, but I'm not basically in shot. You can't see me, so you know what happens. Next up, I'm going to use is my Estee Lauder mascara. I like it. It builds up, not the great volume, and it does transfer onto the bottom of my eye, which is a bit crap because it did cost a lot of money. So not the best recommendation, but any recommendations you guys have, please give me a shout out and let me know, because I'm forever searching for a really good mascara that doesn't actually leave you with panda eyes halfway throughout the day. And for Estee Lauder to be one of them, rubbish. But please recommend and let me know in the comments below. I would absolutely appreciate it. But for the meantime, this will do, and it is a nice mascara. It's just a shame it has its flaws as such, but it applies on really well. It stays on exceedingly well, and there is me drinking a cup of tea, which I've done all pretty much today in my Lion King mug, which if you do heat up, all the animals light up or glow or show, you know what I mean. But either way, cannot blame the cup of tea at all. Did a bit of a mistake, so using a cotton bud just to take away the mascara. They always say dry or when it's wet, but just get rid of it. So for the eyebrows next, this is a mixture of two, which I've started doing recently, and it's the two gel eyebrow liners from MAC, and they're brilliant. One is the dip down and two is the dirty blonde. I use a dip down on the ends and I use a dirty blonde on the more inner of the eyebrow, just to blend out and give it an ombre effect eyebrow. It works really well for me. It's my kind of look. It's not to everyone's taste, but you know what, that's your own deal. But I love it this way. It's easy to apply. I have stepped away from powders, but you know what, I'm going to give it a change. Why not? It is autumn after all, so you know, let's turn up the look a little bit more. I am using one of the new Real Technique brushes in the limited edition range. Now the set that I believe Nick has released, it is actually £20 in Superdrug at the moment, so please go grab it. It was about a week ago, so definitely get your money's worth, and it is an awesome brush. I am using a slightly different brush, but this is just to blend out the other colour and to give it that kind of ombre effect. It's all about just working it in to an even coverage. It's kind of blending those two colours together, taking out all the lines and just making it look like it's a smooth kind of ombre effect, really. It takes time, but a bit of practice and you will understand how well it works. But the idea behind this, it gives a much more natural shaped brow in a slight way, a bit more of a bold look. and I use a little bit of a line underneath just to accentuate that brow a bit more and give it a kind of fake shadow as such. But I love this kind of look, and the brow's always my statement piece, so by all means follow through. Obviously I'm going to basically highlight and clean up my brows. Now I use this Kevyn Aucoin concealer. Now this is the one I did a naughty purchase a while ago, and I've always been contemplating about it, but I've fallen in love. It's brilliant, nothing else to say about it, bloody love it, get it, simple as that. And this was a small recommendation from Lily Pebbles. It is the Rimmel eyebrow brush. And there's me doing some detailing. Oh, of course, can't stop. So the foundation today is not going to be the Estee. It is the Stilla, however way you want to say it, but it is the Stilla Tinted Moisturiser. I got this ages ago and I never liked it, but I've actually got back into it because it does leave me with a more natural, my skin but not my skin kind of look, so it just brightens me up a little bit more. It's not as heavy wear as what you would find in the Estee Lauder, but it's great for everyday use, and I like it because you can build it up with more coverage using concealers such as my Kevyn Aucoin, which I'll be using next. So this stuff is absolutely ridiculously thick, so you need to really work with it or use the tiniest bit. Now I use a flat foundation brush and then I buff it out with a concealer brush afterwards, but as you can see the tiniest bit gives the best coverage, and I also highlight above my eyebrows just to kind of make me a bit more awake. And what I do at the moment, which is my new thing, is just add a bit of a such highlighter, which is the Estee Lauder one, and it just basically brings out a bit more a brightening look to me, and adds a bit more coverage. Because I am using a tinted moisturiser, I feel that I can accept or get away with wearing a bit more concealer. So, my Dirt Cheek Contour palette, which is amazing, but I forgot in this clip that I had to put on my Soleil De Tan Chanel, which I've had for about 2 years now, and I went through a bit of a Marmite stage. We had a bit of a breakup, but we're back together now, and I absolutely love it. I think because I found a way to use it, and this is the best way. So what I've done with the actual Chanel is got a Q-tip, or however you say, want to be cotton bud, you go for it. And I've just lined down my nose just to contour a bit more. You can do it with a brush, but I feel this is just the easier way for me. And now I'm going to highlight. So out of this Dirt Cheap contour palette, which cost me about £2.79 off eBay, yes, China, thank you very much. I have loads of different options. So the lightest, the white, is to highlight underneath my eyes and set it. I am using a very light duo fibre brush from Real Techniques. But where I put my concealer, I'm just going to highlight above and around, just so that no creasing happens, because I do tend to crease a lot under my eyes. But this luckily has stopped it, so I'm going to highlight with that and then go on next to probably do some more covering. Now I will be using the other shade in this, there is two, so I tend to kind of dabble in both colours, but I will be using this with a blush brush, which is not intending for that purpose, but it works well for me. So I'm using that all over my face to set it. Because I have been using a lot more liquid products, I want to set the whole thing, and I'll be going on to using powders, and this will work better. So once I've kind of gone so overboard with the powder, but you know, it was hot in front of the lamp, get over it. So I'm going to be using a contour brush from MAC. I'm currently watching The Walking Dead, so I'm quite shocked at what's going on at the moment. But I'm using the contour colour, and it's a much darker one, just to kind of bring a bit more colour to my face, a bit more of a glow. I know it's autumn, but I like tan, and I like it all year round, so that's just my own personal preference. And I just seem to be glued to that screen, don't I? Alright, come on. Anna. Yeah, there we go. And she's back. Kind of. Jesus Christ, yeah, I'm obsessed with this program. So contouring all around, just so that I give a bit more of an uplift look, and it just looks a little bit more awake, basically. Yeah, alright. So I've got the new blush brush from Real Techniques to highlight my cheeks with the colour that's left on the palette, and of course I cracked into my Becca highlighter, which I am obsessed with. I understand the hype, I bought it, I never regret it, and I just keep using it with my NARS brush as well. But just to highlight the areas that I like, and I like a JLo glow. I do like that look. It is very 90s but tough. It's what I'm into, and I'm going to sort out my mop of the hair, put some Fix Plus spray on, and there you go. There is the bloody look, and there is, of course, the posing. But you know what? That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.